Men of the line of Cadmus, you who live near Amphion's Credidel, I cannot say of any condition of human life. This is fixed. This is clearly good or bad. Fate rises up, and fate casts down the unhappy and happy. Alike no man can foretell his fate. Take the case of Creon. Creon was happy once. As I count happiness, victorious in battle, sole governor of the land, fortunate father of the children, nobly born. And now it has all gone from him. Who can say that a man is still alive when his life's joys fail? He is a walking dead man. Grant him rich, let him live like a king in his great house. If his pleasure is gone, I would not give so much as a shadow of smoke for his owns.
Your words hinted sorrow. What is your news for us?
They are dead. The living are guilty of their own death.
Who is guilty? Who is dead? Speak!
Haemon. Haemon is dead. And the hand that killed him was his own.
His father? His own?
His own, driven mad by the murder his father had done.
Tiresias, how clear you saw it all.
This is my news. You must draw what conclusions you can from it.
But look, Eurydice, our queen.
I heard a voice telling of some new sorrow, and I fainted there at the temple with my maidens about me. But I speak again, whatever it is, I can bear it. Grief and I are no strangers.
I will tell you plainly all that I have seen. I will not try to comfort you. What is the use? Since comfort could lie only in what is not true, the truth is always best. I went with Creon to the other plane, where Polynices was lying. No friend to pity him, his body shredded by dogs. We made our prayers in that place to Hate and Pluto, and we bathed the corpse in holy water, and we brought fresh broken branches to burn what was left of it, towering burrow of the earth of his own land. When we were done, we ran to the vault where Antigone lay in her couch of stone. One of the servants had gone ahead, and while he was yet far, he heard a voice, grieving within the chamber. And he came back and told Creon. And as the king went closer, the air was full of wailing. The words lost, and he begged us to make all haste. Am I a prophet? He said, weeping. And must I walk this road, the saddest of all that I have gone before? My son's voice calls me on. Oh, quickly, quickly, look through the crevasse there, and tell me if it is Haemon or some deception of the gods. We obeyed, and in the cavern's farthest corner, we saw her lying. She had made a noose of her own linen veil, and hanged herself. Haemon lay beside her, his arms about her waist, lamenting her. His love lost underground, crying out that his father had stolen her away from him. When Creon saw him, the tears rushed to his eyes, and he called to him, "What have you done, child? Look to me. What are you thinking that makes your eyes so strange? Oh son, my son, I come to you on my knees." But Haemon spat in his face. He said not a word, staring, and suddenly drew his sword and lunged. Creon shrank back. The blade missed, and the boy, desperate against himself, drove it half its length into his own side and fell. And as he died, he gathered Antigone close in his arms again, choking his blood bright red on her white cheek. And now he lies dead with the dead, and she is, at last, his bride in the houses of the dead.
She has left us without a word.
It troubles me too, yet she knows what is best. Her grief is too great for public lamentation. And doubtless she has gone to her chamber to weep for her dead son, leading her maidens in his dirge.
It may be soon, but I fear this deep silence.
I will see what she is doing. I will go in.
But here is the king himself. Oh, look at him, bearing his own damnation in his arms.
Nothing you could say can touch me anymore. My own blind heart has brought me from darkness to final darkness. Here you see the father murdering the son, and all my civic wisdom. Haemon, my son, so young to die. I was a fool, not you, and you died for me.
That is the truth, but you were late in learning it.
This truth is hard to bear. Suddenly a god has crushed me beneath the hugest weight of heaven and driven me along a barbaric way to trample out the thing I held most dear. The pain that men will take to come paying.
The burden you carry in your hands is heavy, but it is not all. You will find more in your house.
What burden worse shall I find there?
The queen is dead.
A port of death world, and there is no pity for me, and you, angel or evil. I was dead, and your words are death again. Is my wife dead? Has death bred death?
See for yourself. She stood before the altar, and her heart welcomed the knife her own hand guided. And a great cry burst from her lips for Darius dead, and for the Haemon dead, her sons, and her last breath.
Oh God, I am sick with fear, and there are no swords here. Has no one a blow for me?
There is no happiness where there is no wisdom but in submission to the gods. Big words are always punished, and proud men in old age learn to be wise.